What's up, y'all? Mario Lopez joining me now in studio. The man, Seann William Scott. How are you, buddy?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm good. We're sharing war stories here. Me being injured, you being injured. It's just called getting old, Seann.
We're old.
It's just called getting old.
Old men.
Older. But this is exciting, man. You're joining the cast of Fox's hit show Lethal Weapon. Very cool. Congrats on that. You're
Thanks,
a
dude.
CIA operative turned LAPD detective, right?
Yeah.
How'd it come about?
I was actually pitching. I was on a project that Sacha Baron Cohen was producing, and it was a hilarious script.
I bet.
I was really, really excited about it, and I was attached to star in it, and we were meeting. We kind of thought it was going to probably happen on cable or streaming, but then we thought, let's meet with like some of the network studios, and so we met with Fox, and I think it was like 5 days later. I think they had already been thinking about maybe adding on a new character, and I got the call. They're like, "Hey, what do you think about playing a new part in season 3 of this show?" And then I talked to the showrunner, and he had told me about the character, and I was like, "It was tough because this other thing, the Sacha Baron Cohen thing, was so funny."
Right.
But I was like, I didn't know if the Sacha Baron Cohen show was going to be. I didn't know if it was so great because it was weird, and it might be too weird for people to take on. This was like. I had a chance to do action, which I've never had a chance to do.
Yeah.
And the character, there was some dramatic elements to it, and the character's intelligent, which I've never played before. It was like, you know what? Yeah, I was like, it's all a big challenge.
Right.
I said, let's do it.
So you didn't necessarily audition. It came from you pitching some. Wow, that's I don't know if I've heard that version of a casting before when you go in to pitch something,
Right,
and then they pitch you.
Yeah, it was pretty
Right?
cool.
That is pretty cool.
Really cool.
What happened with the Sacha Baron Cohen project?
Well, I think we just put it on hold. This thing came together so quickly. I mean, it was like we were literally in the middle of. It was tough because it's like, obviously, if I do this, we're gonna have to put this thing on hold.
Yeah.
And so I'd still like to do that.
Okay. And did you get to spend a lot of time with him?
No,
Was that
because he was doing his show.
Right.
Because I remember I was like, "Where's Sacha, man? I want to spend some time." So I was spending more of my time with the producers.
Got it.
And then finally came out that he was shooting that show.
Yeah, Who's America? Great. We're all fans here.
Is it amazing, right?
Are you sure you weren't being pranked?
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's all a big the season 2.
Season 2, exactly.
Right there. So you're replacing a character. You're replacing Clayne Crawford, who played Detective Riggs. How's the show handling that as far as the storyline?
I think it's handling it well. I mean, I don't know. I was trying to think about it. Like if I was watching X-Files and all of a sudden they fired Mulder, I'd be like, I don't know. I want Mulder back. You know what I mean? So it's like I watched the show, after I decided to do it, and I love Lethal. I watched like 22 episodes in 4 days, and I was like, Clayne Crawford is awesome in the show. So I'm hoping that I think that they've put a lot of thought and care into like how do we try to handle this? How do because there's gonna be a lot of fans that are gonna be skeptical, and I think they did a really good job. I mean, I'm like 1% of the actor that Clayne Crawford is, so I think a lot of people are gonna be disappointed, but like I'm just trying not to ruin the show.
Well, you mentioned it's physical and you're an action guy of sorts, right? How physical is it? And do you have fight scenes? Are you jumping off of stuff? And
yeah, the fight scenes are, like the fight scenes. Well, I mean, more physical than anything I've done.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fun, right?
It was super fun, and it's like it's like this character is kind of like all the G.I. Joe characters that I played as a kid have rolled into one.
Yeah.
So quite different than the things that I've done, and I'm loving it, and it hasn't been that physical. I mean, I like that stuff. I think if I was out of shape, then I would hate it.
Right.
But if you're a physical dude,
exactly. You're gonna
what you wanted to do.
You're gonna embrace it. Where do you guys shoot?
Where do we shoot?
Yes.
Warner Brothers a lot.
Oh, so you're here in L.A.
Yeah,
that's
great.
That
another thing that's
worked
really
out.
great. Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
just kind of around LA.
Yeah, nice. One of the few shows right here.
Yeah.
How is it working with Damon Wayans?
Great. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a trip. Like I haven't gotten to the point where I'm used to it. Where I see him and like I'm starstruck now. I'm always gonna be starstruck, but like we spent like 2 months together now, so I don't know, it's just amazing, because I watched In Living Color when I was in junior high school, I think, or early high school, and
Those are fun, surreal moments, right? When
yeah,
hey, this is cool.
yeah.
Get to
My
do this right
favorites are
here.
when I make him laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always am like, it's such a huge score. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Damon laughed.
Props
He's
to
laughing at
yourself
something I
right
said.
there. Exactly.
Yeah.
We also got this psychological horror film coming out as well, Bloodline.
Yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
What's the premise there?
It's not a. I mean, the movie. I haven't seen it, but some people I know have watched it and they really love it. It's really really dark. It's a Blumhouse movie. And it's
Fun.
really smart, but basically play a guy who is like kind of an average, normal guy. He's married and he and his wife just have their first baby and he's also a guidance counselor at this high school. And in the beginning of the movie, you get the impression that like the stress of having your first child and the child's not well, this character starts to break down a little bit, and then ultimately, what you do find out is the guy's a serial killer, and it's like, but it's a real throwback.
Is that your character?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow, dark.
finally, I kill people.
No, wow.
But
You're
like,
beating up people.
Yeah,
you kill
yeah.
people. Wow.
Yeah, but it's it's kind of what's interesting is it's a throwback to like really cool films that are in a similar kind of genre from like the 60s and the early 70s,
Yeah.
like Brian De Palma and stuff. So
They have that fun sort of thriller aspect as
Definitely.
opposed to just,
Yeah.
Well, good luck,
Yeah.
man. That's cool.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to
By
that
the way,
one.
an actor is like one of the only professions where you can say, "Finally, I kill people," and
Right.
like, yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, all right,
like
good
if you're
for
a
you.
plumber, if you're a
Celebrate.
plumber and
I'm
you
so
say
happy
that,
for
people
you.
are
You're
like,
showing range.
yeah, congratulations.
So we do our show right here at Universal Studios, and is it true that you used to work here back in the day?
Yeah, it's amazing. We were
What'd
just
you do?
talking about that. So, like, I think it was my third job. I was working at a place called Scientific Revolution, just on City Walk, and I was selling glow in the. I mean, my buddy, he's my friend from high school that moved down here. Goes, dude, you got to get a job. Because I was working at California Pizza Kitchen and 24-hour Fitness in Glendale.
Wow,
And he
that's a
goes-
good balance, by the way.
Yeah,
Because
right.
you're gonna crush some pizza, you go work it off right
exactly.
there. Okay.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, I gotta feel you.
So, and he goes, I'll get you a job at this place I work at City Walk. We get to wear really cool outfits and like, and he goes,
Pitch
it's
right
a
there.
really great job. And he said Scientific Revolution. I'm like, oh, that sounds legit. I got a job without meeting the manager and or knowing anything about what the job was. I walk down City Walk and I see my buddy wearing a lab coat, throwing a boomerang, like glow in the dark boomerang, and I'm like. And he goes, welcome to Scientific Revolution, everybody. We sell glow-in-the-dark stars. We got boomerangs, Bill Nye the Science Guy puzzles. And I walk up to him like, dude, what are you wearing? He goes, these are our cool outfits.
Wow.
Lab coats.
Tight.
And I mean, he was like, oh, like the foreign, like, hotties think we're smart because they don't speak English and they see us in this. I'm like, dude, nobody thinks you're smart.
Wow, that's his game.
He got
That's tight.
fired my first day. So then I'm stuck there selling glow-in-the-dark stars and Bill Nye the Science Guy puzzles. And then what was crazy, though, is a year and a half later, I was back at City Walk for the American Pie 1 premiere. And I was walking by the store. I was like, wow, I can't
Wow.
believe this is incredible.
Full circle moment right there.
Yeah.
By the way, glow in the dark boomerangs sound awesome. I would get one right now.
Guess what? I'm getting one for you.
Oh, you got the hookup still. I like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Well, you mentioned American Pie, classic, obviously.
Thanks.
And then it's been how many years now since the first one?
Long time. We were just talking about
almost 20.
21. Because
20.
well, no.
Well, it came out in '99, so
99,
yeah.
Wow.
It's bizarre.
What's looking back on the first film? What do you remember most? Like a funny moment or fun moment about the
Man, it was
process?
all- I'll tell you, like, because my character was only supposed to be in like 3 scenes, I think. So, and this was my first job, so all I kept thinking about is how do I get myself in more of the movie, and like how
Wow,
do
that's great.
Yeah, and I was like, I got it. This is my one shot. Like,
Yeah.
how do I make this character memorable? So I was always trying to like improvise or come up. I think the reason why the character was so cartoonish was I was like, if I can't get a line of dialogue, maybe I can make people laugh by pulling a face or something.
Smart.
I don't know. I could have backfired, but I remember sitting, just like because I loved films, and this is right around the time. Something About Mary came out.
Yeah.
The summer that we were filming American Pie, and I remember sitting back watching the other guys like Biggs and Chris Clayne and all the other cast members and how great they were. Like there was a quality to like what they were doing that felt really authentic and really. I just was like, I think this is gonna make a lot of money.
Wow.
I didn't know if it was gonna do anything for me, but I just
Yeah.
remember every day feeling like, I don't know. I think because I've studied movies, I loved
Yeah.
films. I mean, I became an actor more because I loved movies,
Right.
not because I'm like, oh, I want to act.
Right.
And so I was watching this. I'm like, I don't know. This seems pretty special.
That's cool. No,
Yeah.
Same thing as far as like I love TV, I love movies, I love the entertainment. So yeah, that's why I really wanted to kind of get into it. Do you think I was thinking about it 20 years ago? But do you think that film could be made today?
Never. We were talking about it. Never. That would be like a Disney cartoon to kids these days. These kids are into such dark stuff.
Yeah.
They can go online now and just like. I think the idea, like, if you had the apple pie scene and they're like, I did that in 2nd grade.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to, like, I just think it's too soft for these little rascals these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I would just notice, man, when did you get the ink?
Yeah, I've had them for a long time.
How long?
I would
Did
say
you used to
these
cover
for, like,
them or?
No, I've had them for 12 years, so we just cover them for films. But for the show, we kept them. I think I just encouraged them, like, I think this works for the character, guys.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to be sitting
in
every day
makeup for
2
an extra
hours trying to cover it up.
What was the inspiration? You just...
It was actually after my dad passed away, and I learned about, like, Polynesian tattoos. All the symbols have meaning, and so I'm hoping that the guy who did the tattoo, somebody told me is actually what they stand for. He's probably sitting home going, "What a moron!"
Right.
I don't know.
No
what
Polynesian in you. Just appreciate the art.
I just appreciate the art. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Some people like the Japanese
He
symbols.
could have pulled
and the
a big
Polynesian.
joke on me though.
Yeah,
Right.
It's like, no, this is a great tribute. It really means like diarrhea.
Yeah.
Like you run into the Rock, he'll know.
Yeah.
So give him a
exactly.
heads up. Before I let you go, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Quick questions, quick answers. All right. First car.
You got so serious just now. When you said that. I love that
This is
transition.
very serious.
Yeah.
First car.
First car. Oh man, my grandpa gave me this piece of this. Can you swear? No,
We can
beep
believe
you
it.
out.
It's
this
taped.
piece of. It's a Buick Skylark.
Oh, I know Buick Skylark.
Yeah,
Those
and
are
like-
nice and safe though.
This one wasn't. this one just would stop, like running.
Yeah.
Like middle of the drive, and I'd be coasting like. And a lot of times it just wouldn't start.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Gramps.
Yeah.
Where are you from again originally?
Minnesota,
Minnesota. What part?
south of St. Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you
Born
know
and raised
Minnesota
there.
well?
My sister lived there for 5 years. My brother-in-law played for the Vikings for 5 years. So
No
they
way.
lived in Eden Prairie.
Yeah,
know
that's
what you-
nice. That's
Yeah.
where the rich people live.
Oh, was that well? He
Huh?
was doing well at that time.
Where's the Vikings?
So now you're a Vikings fan then.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Vikings, but
Yeah,
I like a lot of
you're
teams.
not. Oh, what you mean you like a lot of teams? You can't like a lot of teams.
I
You're one
don't
of those.
have like a team for football.
Not a big sports guy?
I am, but the things when I came out here
Yeah.
to pursue acting is like I miss sports so much that I was like I can't watch it because I played baseball. I was like I think I could still play,
Yeah.
and obviously I can't anymore. But like so then when I started watching NFL like 5 years ago, I think if there's one team that I watch the most is the Patriots. Because I don't have the experience that other football players or fans have where they've been awesome for – you guys got really quiet, by the way.
Right.
Like 10, 15
Because
years.
we're all intrigued with
Yeah.
this.
You guys
they-
are very serious.
They win every single year. For me, I started watching like 5 years ago. I'm like, this team's unbelievable. Like they have these guys. They just create stars. They don't pay their players. Like, they're just like the best coach team. So
Yeah.
And also Tom Brady's 41 and he's killing it.
Yeah.
So you can't help it.
No.
Appreciate that.
Patriots. All right.
I saw your face. I'm like,
No, I'm
like the
kidding.
Patriots.
I'm kidding with you. One thing on your bucket list.
One thing?
Yes.
Man. I can't remember her name.
This is the longest quick questions, quick answers
No.
segment, by the way.
I don't
Actually,
can't think of it.
I think the longest belongs to what's his name? What can I think of his name?
Tom Cruise?
Rappaport.
Rappaport.
Oh, really?
Michael Rappaport.
Took like 10 minutes.
The whole interview. It's like way like,
was like-
triple the time. It
He's
should
a really
have.
He's in the
serious-
Mount
just-
Rushmore
stop
of
talking.
long
Oh, okay.
talkers.
I would say I can't think of anything other than Brazil.
Okay, you just want to go Brazil. Oh, that's doable.
Yeah.
One superpower.
Let me see. I would. Somebody's really long hair is on my hand.
Oh, that's Mario's wife. I'll show
She's
you the video.
pulling out her
She was pulling
extensions.
She was pulling her hair out earlier when she was here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'll show you the video.
I gotta tell her. That's great.
I would say fly. You want to fly?
That hair is
All
a
right,
parting
cool.
gift.
I'm gonna put it in
by
my
the way.
pocket. and save it
It's a
later.
parting gift.
Is
First
that
of all,
weird?
we're keeping this, by the way. This is-
But is it weird if I save her hair?
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Better story.
Actually,
And I
I'm
make a little doll.
pretty sure
out
there's
of
some.
it. It's just
It's all back
So
there
funny.
too.
okay.
Final meal would be
Sushi.
okay. Any particular role?
Sheesh. I don't know,
Getting too
dude.
specific.
Let's go with spicy tuna.
All right.
Yeah.
If you could be one animal.
Man, this is more like thinking that I've had to do in like 2 months. I would say dolphin.
Okay.
Okay.
Last
Okay.
one. This is
No, man. You know
these
what?
are your, these are
A
your
giraffe. I want to be a giraffe.
You want to be giraffe? Why a
You see
giraffe?
So much, you see more than anybody, unless you're a bird. You're just like, man, I see stuff.
Can only
you
pick
say
one,
all the other
Seann.
animals, you can't see what I can see.
And you just chill.
Yeah, they're
Like
always
giraffes,
chill.
they just
they're
chill.
never mad.
But I automatically think of the predators. They don't get attacked too often, do they? Do, but
Well,
only
I
when
mean,
you're a
if
baby.
you're
If you
a-
make it through the baby stages,
mean,
then
yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, but we're assuming he's not going to get killed by a lion or something.
Right.
Last and most important one: who do you cast to play you in the Seann William Scott biopic?
Nobody wants to see that. But if I was going to cast somebody,
But it's being made.
well, definitely DiCaprio.
Right? Excellent choice.
I mean, they have to go with what everybody else would want.
he would nail it.
Right.
He would nail it. I'd watch that.
I would too.
On with Mario Lopez.